Hello, how have you all been, members of this channel's community? We are back and connected. Today, in part 2 of the program, we will take an in-depth look at the basic components and systems of electric vehicles, or EV, and how they work. Before you proceed to the program, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the program.
Part 2. In this section, we will look at 10 basic electric vehicle or EV components and their functions. Number 1. Traction battery pack. The traction battery pack is called the heart of electric vehicles and is a key part of an electric vehicle that is expensive than other car parts. The traction battery pack can be compared to the fuel tank of a gasoline car. The main function of this electric vehicle part is to convert the alternating current or AC that we charge at home or at an electric charging station into DC or direct current through the onboard charger and store the electrical energy in DC or direct current. The traction battery pack uses a chemical compound called lithium-ion, which allows it to store a lot of electrical energy and last for a long time, and its storage and holding capacity is measured in kilowatt hours. Traction battery pack consists of 3 parts: cells, modules, and battery management system or BMS. When we look at these parts in detail, the first is cells, which are the basic cells that store electrical energy in the traction battery pack. Depending on the battery size, battery chemistry, and vehicle model, there can be hundreds to thousands of battery cells in a traction battery pack. Traction battery pack cells are cylindrical, prismatic, and pouch-shaped. The second part of the traction battery pack is called modules, which are a set of cells that connect battery cells in series and parallel connections to produce the desired voltage and power. The third part of the traction battery pack is called the battery management system or BMS. This part, called the battery head, is the main part that controls the safety of the battery cells by controlling the voltage, current, and temperature of each battery cell. Number 2 is called the electric motor or also called the powerhouse. The electric motor uses alternating current or AC, that direct current or DC. Form stored in the battery pack is converted to alternating current or AC by the inverter, DC to AC, which is the main electrical part that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy and moves the car smoothly. Currently, there are 2 types of electric car AC motors. These are first, the induction AC motor, and the second, the synchronous AC motor. These electric car AC motors have 2 parts. The first is called the stator, and the second is the rotor. When we look at these parts in detail, the first is the stator, which is a coiled electric wire, and when alternating current or AC power passes through it, it creates a moving magnetic field and pushes the rotor and makes it rotate. The second is the rotor, which is the internal part of the motor, and when alternating current or AC passes through the stator, it creates a moving magnetic field and pushes the permanent magnets in the rotor or moving part and makes the rotor rotate. Number 3. Power electronics. This part of the electric car is the main electric car system that manages the flow and exchange of electric power in the car in an organized way. This electric vehicle part contains 3 main components: inverter, converter, and motor control unit or MCU. Now, let's look at each of the power electronics components in detail. The first part is called the inverter. In short, this part is a device system that converts the direct current or DC stored in the battery pack into alternating current or AC. In other words, an inverter is a device that converts the direct current or DC stored in the battery pack into alternating current, AC. Since the traction battery pack is charged with alternating current, AC, it cannot be stored in the traction battery pack. Therefore, when the traction battery pack is charged with an onboard charger, it is converted from alternating current or AC to direct current or DC. That is, since our car motor uses high alternating current or AC, the direct current or DC stored in the traction battery pack is converted from direct current or DC to alternating current or AC through an inverter. In short, it is a power electronics part that converts DC to AC. The second power electronics part is called a converter. This part is a power electronics part that converts the high direct current, DC, voltage stored in the battery pack to a low direct current, DC, voltage, volts. In other words, a converter is a power electronics part that converts the high direct current, DC, voltage stored in the battery pack to a low voltage of 12 volts, which allows car lights, windshield wipers, and other simple car parts to work. The third part of the power electronics is called the motor control unit or MCU, and this system is called the power electronics head. In short, it is called the motor control unit. It has two functions. The first one is to control the speed of the electric motor, the direction of the motor, and the second one is to manage the power electronic systems such as the converter, the inverter, and the like. To express in detail, the motor control unit performs various tasks. For example, it controls the speed of the electric motor, the direction of the motor, the speed of the car, the battery, and the state of the car, and the temperature of the car's motor, the current, the voltage, and the excessive electrical load. The fourth part of the electric car is called the charging system. The charging system consists of two main parts. The first is called the charging port, which is an external charging system that we plug into the battery socket when the car battery runs out, and the second is called the onboard charger, which is used when we charge our car battery at home or at an electric station. Its main function is to convert alternating current, AC, to direct current, DC, power when the battery is charged, and to store electrical energy in the form of direct current, DC, in the traction battery pack. The fifth part of electric vehicle is called the thermal management system or TMS. This part of the electric car is a part that allows electric current and current to flow, such as the battery pack. The electric motor and power electronics components to have air and heat for their work, and there are two types of pre-thermal management methods. They are 1. Air-cooled method. 2. There are pre-thermal control methods called liquid cooling. Number 6 is called the transmission. The main function of the transmission in an electric car is to transfer the high mechanical power or torque from the electric motor directly to the wheels without any power loss through a simple single-speed power transmission system that allows the car to move without any power loss. The power transmission of an electric car is different from the power transmission of a gasoline car, because it is a simple and single-speed power transmission and the speed increase and decrease are controlled by the motor control unit, MCU, so the high torque generated by the electric motor is directly transferred to the wheels without any power loss, making it easy for drivers and mechanics to maintain. Number 7. Auxiliary battery. Most electric vehicles have a high-traction battery pack, as well as a 12-volt battery like gasoline vehicles. The auxiliary battery is charged by the main traction battery pack, which has a low-voltage battery, just like a car battery used to start a gasoline vehicle engine. These car batteries are charged by the main traction battery pack, which has a high-voltage direct current, DC, to low-voltage direct current, DC, converter system, and their main functions are to power the car's lights, airbags, radio, windshield wipers, and other luxury devices that require low power. Number 8 is called the vehicle control unit or VCU. This part of the electric car is called the central computer or the main control head, and it is the main control and command head that coordinates and controls the entire car system with the help of sensors installed in the car. In other words, the vehicle control unit or VCU acts as a computer central processing unit and controls the electrical system, the car engine, the battery management system, the energy regeneration system and the subsystems in the car, allowing the car system to operate smoothly. For example, the driver of the car can control the power flow in the electric motor and the traction battery pack according to the commands given by the accelerator and brake pedals. Then the vehicle control unit, VCU, coordinating and integrating the information flow with other parts of the car, such as the battery management system, motor controller, and thermal management system so that allows the car to operate properly. Number 9 electric vehicle part is called regenerative brake system, is also called the kinetic energy recovery system or KERS. This part of the electric car is a system that converts the kinetic energy generated when the driver presses the brake pedal into electrical energy and charges the main traction battery pack. In simple terms, when the driver releases the accelerator and presses the brake pedal, the electric motor acts as a generator and converts the kinetic energy generated on the brake pedal into electrical energy, which charges the main traction battery pack. The last or number 10 parts of electric vehicle is called high voltage cable or HV cable. The main function of this electric vehicle parts act as the like human blood vessels. Unlike human blood vessels transfer blood and food, the electric vehicle high voltage cable conveyed electrical energy from main electric vehicle parts and systems. It is yellow in color. Depending on the size of the car, it carries electrical loads from 60 to 800 volts. In general, high voltage cable or HV cable is the main blood vessel of an electric car like human blood vessel. I have finished the program.
This is what the program I presented today in part 2 about main electric vehicle components and systems looked like. If you liked it, don't forget subscribe, share and like. See you again in another program. Bye bye.